So we are back again on the channel, and today we will be talking about the 3 players Arsenal need to sign in this summer transfer window. This is going to be one of few videos I'm going to do on Arsenal's summer transfer window, who we should sign, who we should let go, and most importantly talking about all the players we are going to be linked with. The 3 players I'm going to talk about today, you'll find out, but one's a left winger, one's an attacker, and one's a midfielder, as I believe those are the 3 positions we do need to strengthen, depending on obviously who we do let go. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. And if you haven't already, go hit the like and subscribe option, and share the video around, and make sure you guys do enjoy it as well. So let's get straight into it. The first player we're going to be talking about is Serge Gnabry. Now, I know this is a very left field. The chances are very slim. But if we're talking about players that we do need world-class players in that team. And that only said, we do need players that will come in and make a huge difference in our team. And a Champions League winner, serial winner with Bayern Munich over his few years that he has been there for them and become one of the best wingers in the world. And if we can somehow bring him back, him being an Arsenal fan, if we can offer him the money, if we can put the money on the table and say, look, here's the money, here's the ambition, we're going to move forward with you, I think it is possible. However, it is dependent on offering him a huge wage. Now, apparently, according to reports, he's rejected a £300,000 wage from Bayern Munich. Is that because the money was too low, or was that because he wanted to leave? Now, one of the teams that are possibly interested is Real Madrid. Now, looking at his stats for this season, he's made 34 appearances in the Bundesliga, scoring 14 goals and 6 assists. In the Champions League, he's got 3 goals and 1 assist, and he's got 2 assists in the DFB Pokal as well. According to Transfer Market, his valuation is 63 million. However, he does have only 1 year left on his current contract, which means that we could get him for a fee of between 30 to 40 million pounds, is what it said. For the national team for Germany, he's made 31 appearances, scoring 20 goals. So he's got a very good national team record. And he played for Arsenal between 2013 to 2016 when he joined Werder Bremen, obviously joining West Brom on loan at one point. From then, he went on to play for Bayern Munich and Hoffenheim, to which then he's now playing for Bayern Munich quite regularly, and he is such a pivotal part of their team. Now, look, I think he's going to be playing on that left-hand side for us. If we are going to bring in a striker, then he would be playing on the left side of it, with probably Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side. He'd probably be a cover-up to Gabriel Martinelli. And if we're looking at someone who Martinelli can look up to as a figurehead and say, look, this is who I want to become like, this is who I want to become better than, then I think Serge Gnabry is perfect for that. And we've talked about adding, a bit more flavour to this young team that we have, adding a bit more experience, adding a bit of world-class quality. Look at Spurs, they've got Heung-min Son, they've got Harry Kane. You look at Manchester City, Liverpool, they're the levels we're trying to reach. Even Manchester United, even though they've not had the best of seasons, they've got those world-class players there, they've got the infrastructure put in place. We don't have that to an extent, and I feel like someone like Serge Gnabry can elevate our level that way. And I think that's why this signing will be so pivotal for us moving forward, especially if we're going to make the Champions League and try and push forward and become a better footballing team. And Serge Gnabry, look, he used to play for us. He says he's an Arsenal fan. Put the money on the table. See what he says. Tempt him with an offer. Put down 30-40 million pounds to Bayern Munich and say, Gnabry, here's 325. Take it or leave it. Put the offer down, put it in front of him, show the ambition. This is one thing that we kind of have been lacking for the last few years, is ambition. Show the ambition to Gnabry that we want you. We want you to be part of our team. And if we can do that, the signing isn't so unrealistic as people think, but only time will tell. But that's Serge Gnabry. The next player we're going to be talking about is Gabriel Jesus. Now, a lot of you may have expected this, and I'm not saying this video was to surprise anyone, but we are going to be looking at Gabriel Jesus. You've probably heard a lot of opinions about Jesus, and I'm going to give you mine. I think out of all the strikers that we've been linked to, I think this one looks like the best option. I've given a lot of thought to this, and I think a lot of the other players that we're looking at in Europe, like your Victor Osimhen, for example, or Alexander Isaacs, they're not that great in terms of goal output. Yes, I know maybe Jesus' goal output could be better as well, but I think with someone like Jesus, he's played in a system which is quite similar to Mikel Arteta's if we are comparing it to Pep Guardiola's. He's someone that Arteta has worked with before. He probably knows him quite well. Jesus knows him quite well. He probably knows methods quite well. And also the one thing that really helps me about Jesus is that he's playing in the Premier League. He's Premier League proven, you could say. He knows the league well. There's no adaptation. Yes, obviously a new club, there will be a tiny bit of adaptation, but when you're staying in the same league with the manager you already know, then it makes things easier. And I think taking all that into account, where we do need to make a big push next season to try and get better, I think someone like Jesus is a good option. He is now 25 years old. He made 41 appearances this season, scoring 13 goals, 4 in the Champions League, 1 in the FA Cup and 8 in the Premier League. Saying that, half of his Premier League goals did come in one game. So yeah, that is from the start. And look, he's played not all the games in the Premier League this season, that has to be said. He's played 28 of them. He's played mostly as centre forward. He's played as a right winger, and he has played as a left winger. So if we do want to try and shoehorn someone like Nketiah into the team, then sticking Jesus on the right or the left isn't the worst option we have. And I think it does provide a bit of rotation, if you will, and it provides a bit more utility as well within our squad. In the Premier League, he scored 58 goals in total. For Manchester City, he's got 236 appearances, 95 goals and 46 assists. And he has got 12 assists as well this season. So he is a good player. He could definitely improve. But still, he's got age on his side, 25 years old. And if he is someone we can get the best out of, if it's someone that Odegaard can link up well to, if he's someone that we can supply enough to, then I think it's a decent signing. And I think we should definitely go ahead with it, especially if we're going to add someone like Gnabry next to him. I think that will really help us. And that's why I'm going to go with Gabriel Jesus. But leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Tell me, do you guys think we should sign Gabriel Jesus or not? Personally, I think yes. He's someone that's still going to improve. We could sign him for around 45 million. His contract does also expire next year, so we probably could get him for a bit cheaper. And he has got 18 goals and 54 caps for Brazil as well. So he's national wise, he's gonna link up well with Martinelli, Magalhaes as well. So it's gonna work well. So let's hope for the best. Let's see if we get this one done. And that's Jesus. The last player I want to discuss is Youri Tielemans. Now, one person might say that, I could look at someone like Yves Bissouma, or look at someone like Arthur Melo, or look at maybe a defender, or left back, or right back. But I do think we need a midfielder. Now, this midfielder is Youri Tielemans. He usually plays centre midfield, as transfer market suggests it to be. His other positions are defensive mid and attacking mid. And in the Premier League this season, he's got 32 appearances with 6 goals and 4 assists. For a predominantly player that plays in the centre midfield, back and forward, like a box-to-box almost, he isn't so bad. And I do believe he's someone we should definitely be pursuing, especially because Granit Xhaka has been playing in quite an advanced role recently. And that means that someone like Tielemans could fill that role next to Thomas Partey, and it could still work out for us. And I do believe this is something we should definitely pursue because, he's got 1 year left on his contract. As we always know, Wenger said that this was always going to happen. So I think this is something we should definitely go forward for. He's a player that's not had the bestest of seasons. I'm going to be honest with you. He's someone that had higher expectations, definitely. However, he's a player that's still on the younger side. When you do look at his age, he's still 25 years old. So he is quite young. Looking at what he can bring to our team on the ball, he has so many positives. His ball striking is good, his long and short passing is very good, breaking in the lines with intention or speeding up, the attacking tempo with short punchy passing, and his shooting technical ability is also very good, as we know. His half-space crossing from either side is very good, and his balls into the final third are played with intention. He's often willing to present for the ball in the build-up and doesn't hide, providing Leicester with the build-up starter that can break lines while keeping possession. We've seen Elneny do that a couple of times. You saw that long pass against Chelsea, so that's something I think Youri Tielemans can bring with more consistency. He's extremely fit and runs constantly, whilst also being one of the most available players in the Premier League. So he doesn't really get injured, and that's a problem because Xhaka gets red cards, Partey's injured, Elneny isn't always so consistent. Off the ball, you do have a few issues with Tielemans because he has the ability to dive into tackles, and he is a good presser, but when he gets beat, he doesn't always track back and does also lunge into tackles and can be quite ill-disciplined, a problem we already do have with Granit Xhaka. So we do have a few issues with Tielemans. He isn't the fastest player in the world. he does have a few endurance issues, but he is always available. You know, he's someone that has his issues, but if we can get the best out of him, if we can expose what good he does have, he's a very good player. However, I wouldn't spend more than 25 to 30 million on him because, you know, he's got 1 year left on his deal and we could probably get better quality elsewhere for 30 million, which is like Yves Bissouma. But for the right price, he's definitely someone I would pursue. But leave me your thoughts down below on Yuri Tielemans. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.